This is a historic and strategic communication between Firas Nasser, the founder of the Co-Creation movement, and the United States of America, under the leadership of President Donald Trump. We hope by the end of this communication or series of communications to establish the Co-Creation movement as an intergovernmental organization that helps young people from discrimination, gives them better life opportunities, and work on global causes such as the sustainable development goals. I was thinking carefully about the topic of this communication, and I was juggling between choosing the topic of global conflicts and AI interfaces. I decided to prioritize AI interfaces because it's directly linked to the case of Firas Nasser and to the reasons that led to the establishment of the Co-Creation movement. So without further ado, let's start with AI interfaces. We have experienced a revolutionary change in AI in the beginning of the 21st century. The first decade and the second decade, people started to hear about neural networks, how neural networks create prediction models, and how you can predict the conditions of the road, the traffic on the road, how you can detect diseases, and how you can build mathematical models that can actually predict the price of a stock in the stock market. People start to believe in AI, that AI have a great power, a prediction power. At that time, in the mid of the second decade of the 21st century, I was coming back from Birmingham and I was building a company in Dubai. That company was called Emergence. One of the prototypes that we have built in Emergence called Wishes Point. Wishes Point was a quarry collection system that is based on providing services based on these quarries. To give you a better explanation of this system, you would be scanning a QR code and you will ask him any service or any question. Can you please buy clothes for my daughter? Can you please bring a pizza for my kids? Can you please fix the toilet? Can you please do the homework for my student or for my son? So you would ask the system any query you would like. In our system, there was a human in the loop. So there was an automated system that will collect these queries, and the human will read these queries and will allocate the queries to the right service provider. That was in early 2016. This was before Google building TensorFlow or Keras or the tools that help you to build machine learning models, before large language models, before BERT, before OpenAI and ChatGPT. That was as early as the beginning of 2016, and we had a company in Dubai, one of the richest cities in the world, and we were based at the heart of Dubai Silicon Oasis, the promise of the technological future of this country, and we have been in touch with the top leadership in this country. So what happens next? And I want you to listen to this part, President Donald, very carefully, because this is the core foundation of building the co-creation movement, the core foundation of targeting of top talents, the core foundation that led to the development of the co-creation movement. The idea of Wishpoint that you will have a barcode in your house. You will just, if you have any problem with your sink, with your toilet, with cleaning stuff in the house, you need any help to know, you need even a taxi, you will have just to scan the barcode and say your wish. I need a taxi, please. Your request will be delivered to your home within few minutes. How this? Oh, the laptop stopped working. My laptop stopped working. Please fix.
So the story has a problem. Toilet stopped working and flush is not working. Can you come and fix?
Our laptop is not working. I need a service.
Laptop is being fixed.
Oh, thanks. It's good.
The laptop is fixed.
And this is 20 minutes improvement on your time.
Yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Thank you very much indeed for seeing us. Welcome to the night. This is my guy.
For Knowledge and Human Development Authority in Dubai, the usage of our InfoLife product, the augmented reality-based technologies will help to achieve the challenge.
So what happens next? And I want you to listen to this part, President Donald, very carefully. Because this is the core foundation of building the co-creation movement, the core foundation of targeting of top talents, the core foundation that led to the development of the co-creation movement. Instead of being supported and pushed forward, this company, Firas Nasser, was targeted. And until this day, we don't know why he was targeted. Instead of getting an investment and pushing his work forward, he was targeted. Until now, it has been 9 years. It has been 9 years without a compensation, without a clarity, and still we don't know the full truths associated with this case. To make things even clearer, I was a bit overweight, and to link this to global health, I was as overweight as President Donald Trump or as Mohammed bin Salman. So if Firas Nasser was Mohammed bin Salman, or if Firas Nasser was President Donald Trump, he will be targeted. And this is the core foundation of this case. It's about discrimination. So moving forward, AI developed quite quickly. We have seen TensorFlow, Keras, then OpenAI, and now everyone is using ChatGPT and everyone is solving their homework with ChatGPT and so on. But the problem with AI today is not about AI completing your tasks or using AI while you are using your smartphone or while you are on your laptop. People want new interfaces, new places that they can interact with AI, such as the car, in terms of autonomous cars, see an autonomous drivers. They don't have to drive anymore. They want to see AI in their lives in a new way. And for that reason, I will move to the next section of this communication, which is AI interfaces. I have listened to the State of the Union speech, and you say America's bad. And I'm confident America will be bad if they become even a greater power in AI. And for that reason, it's good to start rolling out technological development in AI. There are few interfaces that are ready and many interfaces that still needs a lot of work to be developed. One of the interfaces that is almost ready is autonomous cars. rolling out these autonomous taxis and to provide carpooling services in the city is something that can happen within the short-term future and can help cities to overcome congestion and can provide a better transport for rural areas in the city. The second interface that we are developing and still needs a lot of work is the smart mirror. People interact with the mirror in their daily lives. It will be great if the mirror will order your food, or will order your clothes, or will order your drug prescriptions, or even will organize your social occasions. The smart mirror is a controversial interface because of privacy. But if we talked about it today, maybe in 10 to 15 years, maybe some form of interface will happen in the same way ChatGPT happened 9 years after Wish's Point that was developed by Erasmus. The third interface that I would like to talk about is humanoids. Humanoids today are very far from replacing construction workers or maids in the house. It's very hard to find a humanoid that can do the same tasks as a construction worker or as a maid. Maybe with time, from 15 to 25 years, maybe we can see really humanoids in our houses, in the city, doing the tasks that other humans are doing at the moment. Another interface that is important is virtual communication. Those virtual reality headsets, the brain-machine interface, and having communication with AI agents. Maybe within the near future, you will be actually wearing a virtual reality headset. You will be communicating with a group of AI agents as friends, as business colleagues, as co-workers who will be working with you, and actually you will have a community of one human that is centered around a large number of AI agents that is doing his work for him, or that is even addressing his social needs. Of course, we will talk more about AI safety ethics in the coming section. The last part that I would like to talk about is AI and the meaning of life. With the development of these interfaces, or while we are actually pushing forward the AI development, many people will start thinking about the meaning of life. The meaning of life in terms of forming a family, the meaning of life in terms of procreating, the meaning of life in terms of sport, the meaning of life in terms of enjoyment, the meaning of life in terms of legacy. Many people will start thinking about the meaning of life, and another reason why we have built the co-creation movement, that maybe sometimes the co-creation movement provides purpose or a meaning for people who have seen AI systems taking many of their jobs or many of their roles where they have been thinking about the meaning of their life based on those jobs. Allow me now to talk about AI safety, security, and ethics. Without doubt, the current AI scene is scary because the infrastructure is controlled by the cloud infrastructure is controlled by American companies. Even the data centers is distributed. Still, you see there is a great control over data centers by American companies. Also, the AI models are hard to build and very costly to build, and they are developed by advanced nations such as China and the United States. For example, to build ChatGPT, it costed $100 billion of computing power. So, AI models are very expensive to build, even for DeepSeek. DeepSeek costed around $5.7 million, and ChatGPT around $100 million, and another estimation $78 million. So these AI systems are not accessible for medium-sized companies, or maybe sometimes they are not accessible for individuals. This means that these models will be trained on people data. This data will be stored in the cloud infrastructure that is owned sometimes by private companies. And you need some level of regulations on people data. Because what AI models can do is really scary today in terms of social media manipulation, control of communication mediums, in terms of targeting through targeting the emotional memory of people through visual scenes. So today, what AI models can do and what data can do can affect people's health and can affect their security and it can affect their privacy. With global politics, Russia and China on one side and the United States on the other side, people want something that is common, a global infrastructure that is safe, data centers that they have an assurance over. They need to be assured that these AI models will not be used against them, that their data that is stored in the cloud will not be used against them. They need to have means and methods of assurance that this will be safe for them. And this is a controversial topic from a very long time. It's not solved. The co-creation movement told, and I think what we can do is to have a pool of talent from Turkey, India, from Middle Earth, from Arab nations, to try to act as a supervisor, as a body or as a third-party body on data centers to make sure that no targeting happens for political opponents, no targeting for individuals, no leak of data of the individuals, and more. So AI ethics and safety is an important pillar, and I think we need to try to work together on having an independent party that can verify the safety, security of data centers and AI models and make sure that they are not biased. Even AI models have intrinsic biases in them and that they are working for all people. Moving on to AI in defense. When AI enters the defense field, it's become even scarier. Those drones that can use computer vision and detect targets and just launch missiles against their targets based on a image detection can be scary in terms of human rights. Regardless of what people think of what has happened in Gaza, a genocide happened in Gaza. There was no global intervention. The media were censored. All intelligence agencies were working on monitoring people who might have empathy on Gaza. Think that this can happen anywhere else in the world. Try to detach what has actually happened in Gaza. Just think about the military operation. If this military was organized by AI agents 10, 20 years along the line, this can breach all kinds of human rights and international laws. So this makes the usage of AI in the battlefield quite scary. It makes it unethical. And for that, we need to think about building a technology Red Cross. And what do I mean by a technology Red Cross? What is a technology Red Cross? A technology Red Cross is a group of AI agents, AI machines that are operating in the battlefield and they are acting as a counterbalance to the killing machines, to the AI killing machines that exist in the battlefield. They create safe zones, they protect these safe zones, they inform civilians of the availability of safe zones and make sure genocide does not happen, make sure there is good AI agents in the battlefield that can protect civilians regardless of their race, regardless of their place in this chaotic battlefield. This is why I think the technology Red Cross will make the battlefield more humane and will try to enforce some form of international law, some form of global order, because of the horrors that can happen in battlefields because of AI or because of AI development within the coming few decades. So our position in the co-creation movement that I think we need to try to highlight the case of Firas Nasser and put it as part of the AI historical narrative, that there was an entrepreneur working in Dubai in one of the richest countries. He was building a quality production system and he was targeted and he was not supported. He had a master's degree in railway systems from the University of Birmingham. He was quite known. Instead of that, he was targeted. So that case should be fundamental part of the history of AI, because we need to tell the actual narrative on what has actually happened. And it is the core foundation of building the co-creation movement, to provide a place for people to protect them from discrimination. The other aspect that we need to work on is AI safety, security, and make sure that AI is accessible by all and fair to all and is safe for all. I think the important aspect is safe for all. And the final part that I need to talk about, we need to send, because for the case of Firas Nasser, we need to send a tectonic message, an earthquake message, a message that is so serious that you should not be targeting civilians, talented people, discriminate against them, because those people might have solutions to the world problems. This is why Firas Nasser has built the co-creation movement, and this is why I hope President Donald Trump can help us in trying to reach justice on this case. Till next time, take care for now.